Hoopers, welcome back. Today we're going to be learning another off-body hooping technique called the forward weave. Now, before we start this, I highly recommend doing some wrist warm-up practices. So maybe that's linking your fingers, rolling out the wrists. You can also come down onto a tabletop position, hands and knees, and do some circles around your hands, swiveling the fingers out and around, moving on to the tops of your hands. Anything that's going to help bring a little bit more fluidity and mobility into your wrists. This is going to require some wrist effort. So a forward weave looks like this. I am weaving the hoop from left to right on either side of my body. So we're going to start in our dominant hand. For me, that's my right side. And I kind of call this like my little carry-on position, like I'm carrying a bag over my shoulder. So I have an inside grip, my palm is facing up, my thumb is facing behind me, and I'm holding the hoop here on my shoulder, just like I would be holding the strap of my bag. From here, I'm going to start to rock and roll the hoop back and forth. Now, we are going to be using the momentum of the hoop as it rocks backward to come all the way up and over. Maybe you practice with that a couple times. We start here holding our bag, right? Rocking the hoop back and forth. And you'll notice as the hoop comes forward, there's not really much the arm can do. So the natural movement of the arm is going to be as the hoop comes back and up overhead. The thumb will be facing forward. So again, we are here, rocking. Bring the hoop up and forward. We're going to be bringing the hoop all the way extending. As the arm comes in front of the body, we're going to cross the body. The thumb is forward. My hoop is diagonally now pointing to the left. Leading with my thumb, I'm going to start to draw the hoop down so that my thumb is facing behind me. My arm is completely crossing the body. My elbow bends, and the majority of the hoop comes down to the ground. Swinging back and forth. So let's starting from the beginning. We are here. We come back, up, over, cross the body, bend the elbow, thumb is behind, the hoop comes down. From the other side. Starting position. Back, up, over, in front, down, thumb behind. This is where the wrist really starts to come in. This is a thumb-led movement. The thumb is facing behind me. My arm is completely across the body. I'm going to use the momentum of the hoop pulling back to turn my palm upward and my thumb forward. So maybe just practicing a couple of times, having your arm across the body, outside grip, thumb facing behind, of just moving the hoop up and down. When that momentum feels okay, let's finish the weave. We come up. Now we're going to open our arm back to our native side. So for me, my right hand, I'm moving back open to the right. Pulling down, and notice I'm coming into that holding my bag position. Back up, over, down. Turn up, forward, down. This requires a big open arm, especially as I'm using a larger dance hoop. Of course, this movement is easier with a smaller hoop, but to build up the strength of our wrists and our arms, we're going to start with our larger hoop. So what I see a lot of the times is people doing a sort of like hand spin here and then getting really confused over on the opposite side. And that's because a lot of times people don't completely cross the arm over the body to create that weaving effect. So making sure that the arm definitely comes across. And again, momentum is your friend here. The slower you make this movement, the clunkier it feels in the mobility of the arm. Trust your body and trust the circle to know what it's doing, right? So what also helps with this, as you get used to where the arm is supposed to go, and notice as I'm doing this without the hoop, I'm essentially making a figure 8 position or a figure 8 movement with my arm. This is a really great way to warm up for this practice as well. But when you're used to that movement with the hoop in hand, we can start to loosen our grip on the hoop so that pretty much just of our fingers are holding the hoop and we don't have to have as tight of a grasp. This will alleviate some of the pressure on the wrist. So again, dominant side, that looks like bringing the hoop back, up, over, down, forward, weave. My thumb is completely off the hoop. I'm able to see it better and notice that this is still a thumb-led movement. It starts to smooth out with time and can lead us into a lot of other fun tricks. So let's try that on the non-dominant side. And again, for me, that's my left. I start here holding my bag, right? I'm gonna start by rocking the hoop back and forth. So when the hoop comes back, I'm going to let it flip up over, making sure that as my arm extends forward, I'm not here. I'm going to completely cross my body and let my thumb come down to the opposite side. The hoop drops down, the thumb faces behind. Now the wrist action is what brings the thumb up, palm to the sky. Uncross the body, open behind, back to here, right? And then we use that momentum to come back up and around, slowing it down a little. So now I'm going to loosen the grip of my hand. I'm going to be bringing the hoop back, up, over. I'm going to get my flow going. The momentum of the hoop is taking most of the weight. My wrist is nice and loose, and just my fingers are gently gripping. All right, that is our forward weave. I'm just going to add in one more little layer here because it's a fun transition and it's a great way to practice a jump through. So just to break that down really quick, a jump through is when we fold the hoop in towards the body, and this is just one variation. We fold the hoop in, and what we're trying to do is get the hoop floor plane. So as the hoop starts to sweep in and up to that horizontal position, we're just going to jump in. And from here you can release, you can come up to a lasso. So again, that's folding the hoop, jumping, and then moving on. From the weave, this is my dominant hand, I find my forward weave, I do a couple of rounds, and then when I get back to this starting position, bag over my shoulder, I'm going to be bringing the hoop forward just like I would in the weave, but instead of weaving across my body, I'm going to hinge the hoop down. My grip is loose. I'm simply letting the hoop fall forward and down. The momentum will start to flip the hoop back up, and this is where I will take my little jump in. So from the other side, weaving. When I come back to my native position, that means when my left arm is back to the left, I let the hoop come up, and instead of weaving a forward and across, I hinge the hoop down to jump in and continue my flow. So it's pretty simple. Timing is important here. And as you get better about timing, you can move from rather just a little 2-1-2 hop to a bigger hop. That's going to require more effort on your knees, so please take care. Watch the surface under your feet. I'm wearing shoes. There's a lot of rocks underfoot. So just being mindful of the environment and the space that you're in as you're practicing these moves as well. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you all in the next lesson.